good job by our guys fighting back and putting the bat on the ball with 2 strikes and making him feel the ball. And, it looked like early we had a chance to put him away, bases loaded, 2 outs, and Robert lines out to second. You're thinking at the time, the way Connor's going, boy, if we get a hit right there and we double this lead to 4-0, we're in pretty good shape. And sure enough, you just kind of knew in our dugout that they were going to make a run. And that's exactly what they did. But it's a good win for our team. And, a big time effort by, I thought, Evan Taylor and Brady Tiger to come in and give us some quality innings there at the end.
Dave, what would you say first about Moore's? Well, I guess you guys had three runs there with 2 outs and 2 hits, but especially Moore's hit, and then the double play to get out of the bases loaded jam.
Yeah, Moore's balls hit so hard it hooked, and it kind of fooled the second baseman. It looked like here we go again. He's going to square one up, and it's going right at somebody, and it hit the ground and took off to the right, I say, and got by him. And that was a huge swing for us. The play before, I think Webb was behind the count 1-2, 2-2, and I don't know, he fouled the pitch off, and then he got a slider away, and he hit it past the pitcher, and it was definitely going to be an infield hit, and Wallace just kept running, and the outfield or the shortstop threw the ball, obviously, that was a little offline, and we tied it up. So those were big swings for us in a game that we felt like we were in control, and then we weren't. And then to get that double play ball, that was huge. It was a breaking ball that hit off the end of the bat, and we had Robert up the middle, and obviously he fielded it and knew exactly what to do, run to the bag, flip it to first, and we got into the bottom of the 8th with a 1-run lead.
Wallace scoring from second on the infield hit. Did you like him putting pressure on the defense there?
Yeah, I did. Just because hits were hard to come by, and their bullpen's been really good lately, and they kept bringing them in left and rights and velo guys, and sometimes you just have to take a chance, especially ground ball's probably a little wet by the time he gets it, and it worked out.
With Moore, he hit into the shift earlier in the game, had a good at bat there. Have you liked what you've seen from him lately? And you feel like maybe tonight was a good indication that he's out of it?
I think his confidence should have jumped up a little bit tonight. He's been fighting it a little bit, working extremely hard, coming in early, staying late, one-on-one with, Coach Thompson, a lot. He's fighting it. So for him to hit 2 balls on the nose his last 2 at bats is, we definitely need that. Obviously, we need our lineup to be deeper.
He made 2 really great defensive plays tonight. The one in right field early, and then the double play. I wonder if you could speak to how big those were.
Yeah, the first play was, at the time, I think it was their leadoff man, and it looked like they were going to have a runner on first and no outs. We were up 2-0 at the time, and he fielded and spun, made a perfect throw. It's outstanding play, killed a little bit of momentum there, and then we got him out, got in the dugout, and then the bases loaded. Excuse me, and they hit a couple bloopers. Cruz did a great job of staying through that ball and hit it over second baseman's head. Then, we're ahead of Barry, a couple of strikes, and such a tough hitter. He fought one off, and he's got big power. We're playing really deep and right, and I don't know if the right fielder could get there. Robert's playing kind of double play depth, and it was just a really tough play, and it drops in. So for us to give up a run, they get within 1, bases loaded, 1 out. For us to turn a double play there, obviously it was exactly what we wanted. We kind of pitched around the hitter before the double play ball. So it just worked out for us. It was a very interesting baseball game, a little stressful, but like I said earlier, big win for our team.
Did Gregory do something to his ankles that way he came out, or what happened?
No, because the pitcher that came in the game is a lefty specialist. That's why we had 2 back-to-back. I really didn't want to hit him back-to-back, but somewhere in the order, I was going to have a couple lefties back-to-back, and that's where I put them. And they brought him in, and lefties aren't hitting very good against him, and those guys aren't hitting very good against lefties. And it's Bernardo's been swinging the bat good, and he's actually hit lefties well, and just took a shot there.
What did you think of the way Tiger closed the game? For you? I mean, that's a big spot for a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, he's we just talked about it. Coach was there just a minute ago that he doesn't get rattled. He wants the ball, and he doesn't want to come out of the game, and he doesn't care if bases are loaded, 2 out. That's just his makeup. And he was frustrated about what happened at Florida. I mean, he worked hard this week, and he was looking for a shot to close out a game like this, and just really proud of him.
On Moore, I think it was after one of the games against Kentucky, he had been struggling, and I asked him about his play that night, and he said something along the lines of, SEC comes, players come to play, and it seems like he's had a lot of those types of moments throughout his career. I just wonder what you think about the way that he seems to play well for you guys in big games.
Well, first off, he loves to play, and I think his whole makeup is he's just full of confidence. He thinks he can play, and he wants that at bat when the game's on the line, or the ball hit to him when the game's on the line. It's just kind of his DNA, his makeup. I mean, that's what he's all about. He wants to be in the middle of the action, and you got to love that as a coach.
What's the confidence that you get from a game like this, where you both put your number one, you both go to your closers late in the game, you get the big hits to win the game, and they can't, scratch out another run? And just kind of what confidence does it give you whenever they go to their guy and you still come out on top?
Well, man, you never know how it's going to go. Just like I told the team, we haven't won this series yet. It's a great win. I know it's Thursday night, but I said that's what you get on Friday nights in the SEC. It's usually going to be tight. And, somebody's going to get a big hit, or somebody's going to make a mistake, and that's going to be the difference in the game. And, I mean, winning a game like that, when it's hard to lose a game like that if you use a lot of your guys, your pitchers, your bullpen, and you worry about it a little bit. But, I mean, we still got a lot of work to do, but it's definitely a confidence builder for our team.
Also, just what was the conversation like after the catcher's interference with the umpire? Kind of what was the
Yeah.
explanation you got, and just kind of what you see on that play?
Well, I'm going to watch it again. We're going to figure out what we saw. And, I mean, Morgan's a tough hitter. He's a tough out. And, I think his mindset was, I'm not going down looking, and, he wasn't going to swing, and all of a sudden he did. And I don't feel like catcher reached out for the ball. I just think that Morgan swung late and let the ball get as deep as it can get, because it was probably just about in the catcher's glove when he hit it. So, because he made contact with the ball and the glove, it's kind of unusual. But if you see that, usually the ball, maybe, in my opinion, ends up being fair. That was really an interesting play. But I asked the umpire what he saw, and I knew he wasn't going to change it, but I just said, that was interesting. I'm just going to leave it there.
That's not a review.
No. Okay.